Hey, how's it going? Hit the like button, subscribe, share. You know, even if you don't get a lot out of it, share it anyway, right? I'm gonna go ahead and do it on two different. Oh, excuse me. Do it at two different times on two different. Do it here and there at the same time. Hold on, I'm working on something. Trying a new gadget. Okay, so I'm recording on two machines at the same time. See how that works out. Whichever one is better. A lot of times I do these recordings and I cannot even hear my voice. Be like no voice at all. So I'm using the laptop over here and the what's this thing called? Oh, the telephone over here. Try to get a better sound. Somebody asked me the other day, and I'm not ironing my clothes. That's the big thing too. But somebody asked me the other day, to show some clothes that I made, or something like that, or they want to see some clothes that I made. Let me tell you, every time you see me with clothes on, I made it. That's how that goes. So anytime you see me with clothes on, I made it, whatever it is. That's how that goes. Okay, so I had a couple of subjects I wanted to talk about. Hopefully, I could talk about one or two of them before I drown out. What's that, a minute? So look. Oh, okay. This this thing called stress. Well, let me tell you, stress kills. Let's talk about stress for a few minutes. Actually, stress kills because stress puts a negative effect on your chi, on your life force, and it'll kill you. Right? Stress, just stress alone kills. Like people be worried all the time. That stuff will kill you. Quit worrying. And I know they're taught to worry in a way. I mean, it's funny. We're taught to worry, but we know worrying kills us, or we learn it sooner or later. But we can't stop worrying because of our understanding of reality. And so that's why I'm here to talk about stress kills, right? Because our understanding of reality causes stress. It's not the things that actually be happening. What it is our understanding of those things is what is causing the stress. Let me see what this thing is up here. So our understanding of the activity is what's causing the stress, being the activity of life. We are sitting most of the time in a situation, and our reality, our concept of reality, individual concept of reality, as though reality and things are happening to us. I was there many years, man. I used to worry, like, see this hair? It's kind of gray and whatnot. I turned gray at 19. That's how much worry I was doing. My hair turned gray at 19. A big shock of white hair went through my yard up here, and from then it's just been gray ever since. Because I had learned to worry, and I was talking to my mom one day, and I was telling her that, and she said, "I bet you got that from me." And I told her, I said, "You sure right about that?" Because I got it from her to worry like that. Some traits we picked up from our parents. And she was ad, um, what do you call this? A diehard worrier. And I guess that's how life taught her to do. We got out of it before, after we talked about it. She was able to let a lot of stress go because it's just simply a matter of how your perception of reality. And in that perception, you think things are happening to you instead of realizing that things are happening because of you. You are creating a lot of stuff just with your perception. This is what you don't know or realize because when you see, oh, this is why I'm use this objectivity that I just explained, and most people are not going to just go with that because it's not smooth like the rest of the narrative they've been told. It's against the narrative. It's a friction of the narrative. So I'll explain it. Sometimes we are blessed by misfortune. We have to understand that sometimes we are blessed by misfortune. And when something misfortune happens, you say, "Oh, it's causing me stress, so I'm having a heart attack." But actually, that misfortune causes you to pause. Usually, causes us to pause. And at that moment, we are being blessed by the misfortune that caused us to pause. we don't see it that way. We see it, hey, I'm just saying. But as soon as you see it and you say, hey, thank you very much for that situation. It wasn't the way I wanted it to go. It wasn't whatever the situation may be. But when you sit back, you got to ask yourself 3 questions. Are you smarter than the Creator? Then you ask yourself another question. Is there a Creator? Then you got to ask yourself another question. Then what the hell is this that we are living if it ain't creation? So we of the 3 questions, I would say I'm not smarter than the Creator. So whatever the Creator creates, I'm good with it. This is relieving the stress. That's what I meant about stress and our perception of it, because we think the Creator is making a mistake. We've been confused into considering even that the Creator made a mistake. I didn't want this God. I asked for that. Or whatever you cut. See, the Creator and God are 2 different entities. God is something, but I'm just talking about the Creator, the actual, Creator. If that's what you use the word God for, okay, then fine, I ain't tripping. But I'm telling you what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about no God or this book or that book, that story, them group of people. No, I'm talking about the Creator who creates the entire universe. The Creator just creates the entire universe. Ain't got time to be picky and choosy. The Creator busy. You understand? The Creator is still creating the universe. The Creator is not like some God that created the heaven and earth and then went and laid down the rest. Come on. The Creator is always creating. This is what omnipotence, omnipresence, and omni something else. I forget the other one. But that's what that means. You're always on the job. And so I'm just saying that when you look at it, when we look at it and say, you know what, whatever, this is when in meditation, you sit down, whatever. I'm just going through the simplest form. Sit down, close your eyes, and let what be. The greatest part of meditation. Let what be. Just take yourself out of it. Because in all truth, yourself is not in it. Your ego is in it. Your idea of you, that's the ego, is in it. Otherwise, you'd be like, you know what, I probably didn't need that no way. Or some kind of way so you could reduce the stress in your life and life can move on graciously, enjoyably. And this is what we're talking about today, is how to not be stressed out, because stress kills, and how to enjoy life and not have things just happen to you. Oh, this happened to me when I was going. No, I realize that you're putting yourself in positions for things to happen or for you to encounter certain events. You put yourself in that position. People say, well, if you didn't go there, it wouldn't have happened. Come on. Oh, but we get all that because mostly we're talking about our ego and our personality instead of the true self. The true self is eternal. The true self has no fear. The true self is immortal. It doesn't die. It didn't get here when you were born. It was before you were born. The body and this thing we call identity and myself, all of that stuff came when you were born. Oh, your name? Somebody said today, their name is they self. Some kind of way they got it all mixed up. But the name is just an ego personality. That's not the self. The self existed before the name came, so it can't be the self. You see? So I'm just saying, when you realize that you didn't change your own diaper, this is a very strong realization people don't get into, that they didn't change their own diaper. How much are you controlling reality? You get what I'm saying? You didn't control your own reality for years. And you got by just fine. Now you are worried, what am I doing? Hey, the same creator that created that reality, which created someone to change your diaper. The Creator created someone to change your diaper. You think you did that? Who did that? The Creator is always creating. The Creator created something, what they call it, a bird to suck the juice out of the bottom of the banana flower. The Creator's always creating birds over here, butterflies over there, trees all the time, atmosphere, storms. The Creator be busy, dude. And you be bothering the Creator about, I want this, I want that. The Creator knows all that. Just put it in the ether. And then sit back and watch it happen, because that's where it's going to happen. Whether it happens fast or slow, guarantee you it's going to happen. You may not even see it. You be so looking this way, in that way, you don't even see when it happens. Or, better still, don't recognize when it happens. So, I'm saying, when you want something, when you have a thought about something, you want to think about it, meditate on it for a couple of minutes or something, not too long, you know. It don't really require all that. But remember that you asked for it. Be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. That's the only admonishment in the game. Be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. You ask for this and that. And when you get it, you got to recognize that you got it, so you can improve your asking capability, how you maneuver, how you make things occur. Because everything that is occurring in your purview, you're responsible for it. That we have to admit that. We have to be willing to admit that we are responsible for our own well-being. And stop saying, oh, he did this to me. Oh, they doing this to us. No, we are responsible for our own well-being. You are the master of you. If you allow anyone, and I said allow, when you allow anyone else to be the master of you, you have just abdicated your throne. And by throne, I mean the throne of you. That's your throne. You let somebody, hey, you're abdicating your own throne. This guy over here say I can't do this. This guy over here say I can't do it. Are you a guy too? If you're not a guy, then what are you? If you're not a man, I don't know how you're playing the game. And men are not treated. No man can treat me this way or that way, because I won't allow it. What are you doing? Oh, he treats me like this. Oh, they treat us like, get the hell out of here. Try it. Don't allow anyone to treat you any way. Somebody come up and try to treat you some way, you just say, hey, we're not having that here. No, that ain't the way we playing the game, dude. If we playing the game like that, we gotta throw it down. They'll back off and be like, oh, okay. Or either you put yourself in a position where you're in that position. Don't put yourself in that position, bro. Oh, I gotta go. No, you don't. You're abdicating your life. This is your life, your energy. You can direct it and do with it whatever you wish for at least the next 10 seconds. See what I mean? And then the next 10 seconds after that, then the next 10 seconds after that. After a while, you're doing it for an hour. And then if the next 10 seconds after a while, you're doing it for a day. After the next 10 seconds after a while, you're doing it for, who knows how many years you could be, do your own thing and be yourself, be your own man. Because that's like a bird. A bird is its own bird. Now, I know about dogs, but are you a dog? Are you a canine and capable of caring for yourself, that you need a master to feed you and stuff? Or are you capable of, especially in a group form? Like I say, it's about, I'm told, let me put it this way. I'm told there's about 30 million. This is so funny. Because I deal with numbers. I mean, I've been a number guy since I was a little baby, man. I learned math when I was 3 years old, 2 years old. So I've always been a numbers guy. It's not something that just occurred, is what I'm saying. And then when I think about it, check this out. They say it's 30 million of us. At $1 a day, 30 million of us put a dollar a day in a mutual fund, we'll have millionaires everywhere. We have schools, buildings, churches, not churches, I mean hospitals. We have schools teaching our own children and not sitting in the school talk about, we want black history in the college, in the government schools. When our children go out, that we want y'all to teach them black history. Well, we want them to teach our children about us. Let's see, that's stupid. So we have our own schools. We teach our own children about us and our heritage and stuff like that because most of the children don't know us. They don't know our ancestry. They don't know that our people had car companies and stuff just less than 100 years ago. They don't even know that. Why would they know that? Because we're not teaching them. I'm saying $1 a day from 30 million people will raise such a daily fund of $3 million. And then I thought about it, practically. And I say, hey, maybe we can just get up to 3 million. Just 3 million a day that are willing to, send in $1 to somewhere. I don't even know where. People say, well, you got to send it. I don't know. Send it to your mom. She'll hold the money. I don't know. But right now, you're willing to do it. And then if you send her enough money, mom will be like, Wale, where I'm to send this? And then I'll tell her where to send it. But right now, you ain't even sending $1 a day. At least move something. Send it to your sister. Send it to your brother. Hey, for our family, you collect $1 a day, and our family represent. You understand what I'm saying? You can do it any kind of way you want to do it, man. But are you willing to contribute to a pot where we grow, to our national fund, to our community chest, to our future of our children? Because now we got $3 million a day, because I cut it down for 30 million. I know all them niggas ain't gonna sit in $1. Come on. So maybe 3 million would, conscientious people, no matter if they church people, there's people, Muslim, Jews, that doesn't matter. They ain't even gotta, I'm just saying, 3 million people send $1 a day. That's a fund chest of $3 million every day. We can start opening schools. We can start opening hospitals. Because I be saying, oh, when our women go to church we having more women at childbirth down because they don't treat us right. I'm saying, listen, man, we open our own and we treat ourselves right. Because when I was young, we treated the house. A woman would come to the house and deliver the baby, man, and we'd be done with that. Y'all got all this medicine ideas and insurance and stuff like that, and you're still dying all the time. It's just a matter of stupidity at this point that we haven't come up with a community chest to provide for ourselves like any civilized nation of people. I mean, we are a nation of people, but we're not behaving civilized. I looked it up. Civilized nation says, in order for a nation to be civilized, it must have mastered itself. A civilized nation has no master. A civilized nation masters itself. So when we master ourselves, not looking for no president of the United States to do, and this guy over here and that guy over there. Ooh, what they gonna do for us? None of that little, crybaby stuff. But real men stuff, standing on real men stuff, then I say, look, dude. Oh, I don't make the hats. My mom made this hat, my mother. She made some of the other hats that I'll be wearing, but if I make a hat, it'll look like the clothes because I make it from the same fabric. But when this stuff like this, my mother made this, and in deference to her memory, of course, I wear her productions. So anyway, $1 a day from maybe 10% of our people, which would be 3 million a day. That's a day. We can open a school, one school today. Next week we can open another school. Meanwhile, we have dollars in the bank to help people that need things. Like maybe they need something. Somebody come petition and say they need something, and we're able to help them by not providing them with rent money, but by buying the actual building. We provide them with rent money. They give it back to some guy that's collecting rent money. He just got here last week from Ukraine or somewhere, and now already he collecting. Well, why are we paying them money to live here? And they just got here. But they are our landlords. How that happened? With the flip happened there? They just getting here, but we got to pay them rent to stay here. None of that makes sense, and I ain't playing for it. I'm saying we could build ourselves up a cachet and act like real people and become a, civilized nation and master ourselves. And this is all part of letting go of the stress, because once we start mastering ourselves, and even in that economical form, there's another economical function I'd like to bring about too, which is uh, group purchases. Like, okay, in your family, maybe you got grown people, maybe you're 30, 40, I don't know, your sibling, and y'all get together and say, hey, you know what? We all buy rice, right? And we all buy this kind of rice, that kind of rice, whatever kind of rice. Let's buy it wholesale as a family. Let's get that good price, that wholesale price, as a family, though. Separate the rice as a family or a group. You can be, this could be your Sigma Phi Theta, or whatever kind of group y'all got. So fraternity and sorority. Let me put it that way. You could put it in that, or it could be the group you play football with, and y'all start buying stuff in bulk with each other in common, and make buy where y'all buy together. Not no, I'm gonna buy 14 t-shirts and sell them to my friends. Them niggas ain't your friend. Them your customers when you buy 14 t-shirts and sell them to somebody. That ain't what you do with your friends. With your friend, you say, hey man, I know how to get a deal on 14 t-shirts. Let's make this stuff happen, man. That's how you do with your friend. When business itself is a form of warfare. So I'm saying, when you do things with your friends, then that's how you do it. You hook up and y'all hook up. And then everybody is hooked up. That's called community building and friendship. You know? So I'm saying, that's the next thing. Oh, I know about the dollar a day. Everybody got, oh, I can't do that. Hey, I be telling people they perfect. Oh, I'm not perfect. Well, hey, I don't know who can be you more perfectly. I am perfect. Perfectly me. Think about it. You are perfect, perfectly you. No one on this planet can be you more perfectly than you. You're perfect. It just makes sense. We go back and look at stuff we were taught when we were little children and inculcated. And now, as adults, we just go back and look at it for a few seconds and we can see how silly it is. We are absolutely perfect. And then when we let that go, we can let go of worry, thinking that we're not perfect, because then you realize the Creator is perfect. When you think the Creator has made a mistake, when you think the the Creator don't know what He doing, then yeah, all that stuff is possible. But when your perspective is the Creator, not God, the Creator. I'm talking about no Bible book story. I'm talking about the Creator, the one that actually creates this stuff that we see and live through, and life. That's the one. That Creator is always on the job, right now, always, and forever. That Creator you can put your faith in. That Creator you can trust. That Creator, that one there. Hey, that one there is real. So I'm just saying, if you want to throw down and let go of all that garbage called stress, and you have to change your perspective. And I told someone today, we have to refocus our eyes, retrain our eyes, so that we see the Creator everywhere. We must see the Creator everywhere, because everywhere is where the Creator is. Everywhere. That's called omnipresence. Omnipresence. See, we know these things, but we don't realize them. That's what I mean by realize. Once you realize it, then you bring it into your real reality and your understanding of reality, and you can relax and live a very nice life. Like I say, I am an immortal being. I am an immortal being. I'm not a human being. I am in and immortal being, enjoying a mortal experience. Like you go to the I don't know, some fun park, and you get on the roller coaster, and you just enjoy the experience, and you get off at the end of the ride. Life is like that. And you know, you're strapped in, you ain't going nowhere. Everybody be worried. But that's the fun of it. All them things be happening. Whoa, look at this. Wow. Whoa, that happened. Whoa. And you be scared sometimes. Oh, you know. Welcome to life. It's always been right in front of you. And here it is. One love. I'm out for now. I got something else I was going to talk about later. But, you know, I just went over some comments in the, you know, after I get off, people write comments, and they go back 2 years. I didn't even know them comments were there. So I responded to all of them, and I came back out with this real nice. And now I'm going to come out with I want to do a live because I want to see what's on the minds of the people as well. Besides the little things I pick up from time to time, some people have questions. Even about something I said, they might, you know, almost get it, but they have a question, and therefore, I like to do live and entertain questions when I can. I appreciate you. One love. You know, live life and enjoy it. If you're not enjoying life, you ain't doing it right. That's real. One love.